Hey everyone, welcome back to another live session from Let's Update Language Academy, IELTS department. Myself, Noel.
And I am Parvati.
Okay, so today we're going to have a detailed analysis of speaking, part 2. Okay, so many of our students have previously asked us about some of the queries. We will be addressing that, and after that, we will be having speaking mock part 2 session. This will be the question. If you want to note it down, you can definitely note it down. And we'll be discussing some of the major points that has to be noted in part 2. Okay. Now, let's move on to the first query from one of our students. Okay, so the first query was the problem for finding out content, or sometimes they are unable to get topic ideas. Okay, so the main thing that we both personally suggest to everyone, including our students, is that we should have the ability to make up things. Okay, there are certain questions, there are certain cue card questions where we might not have experienced that particular thing. For example, if you ask me if I've gone to Himalayas, I've not. Ma'am, have you?
No.
Of course, okay. So, but we both have kind of an understanding about how the Himalayas are, the the highest peak of Himalayas, which is of course the Mount Everest, and many places along the route. Okay, like Sikkim, Assam, and yeah, places like that. So we can kind of imagine it, and we can make up an experience out of it. Okay, so that is the main thing. You have to have the ability to make up things. In Malayalam, okay, we all, everybody in this world have the ability to do that. And yeah, especially those who are going for their speaking module exams. Every student should have that ability so that they can perform it well. We don't have the option to not say the question and skip to another question. So make sure that you have ample imagination skills too, right? Okay, so make sure that you can make up things, make sure that you can imagine the scenario in your head. Okay. Another thing is that you have to kind of say it like a story, right now. Why? Why is it? Why is it so?
Because so that only we can explain it to them properly, and also like while saying this as a storyline, we can cover all these points, and it will be so much convenient for us to prepare for this and all.
Exactly. So, a person who has, I personally would say that a person who has good imagination skills should be able to communicate it well. A person who has good visual skills should be able to communicate it well. So, in order to do that, you have to speak naturally. Yes, you have to speak naturally, you have to speak freely. You should not be robotic, you should not be artificial. Just speak up from your mind. Do not be tense. The main thing that we see among students is that they get very tense. They get nervous, they get anxious. Why? It is just another normal exam. That's it. It's not life changing. It is necessary for abroad studies, but I will never say that it's life changing. Okay. So don't be tense that much. Tension also leads to the losing of ideas. So make sure that you are not tensed in that also. Ma'am, which one is the next query?
Next question is about grammars and idioms and synonyms.
Yeah, okay. I guess we'll address the part about the grammar first. Okay. So, English is a language which is not our mother tongue. Not our mother tongue. We don't use it daily, do we?
No.
But we do, of course. We trainers use it daily, but commonly people do not use it daily. Okay, so that is the main thing. That is the main problem. Communicate in English. English is a universal language. It is accepted everywhere. It is accepted everywhere. And when you're stuck somewhere, who knows? There might be a person who knows English. You might be saved. Okay, so communication skills is really essential. And grammar, don't sweat a lot about that. When you communicate, when you speak in English, you will make mistakes. We certainly do make mistakes. We still make mistakes, but we learn from it. We try to correct our mistakes so that when going to another country, it will be beneficial for us. Do that. Okay, do exactly that. Communicate in English every day. Here in our country, in India, there is a common notion that people who speak in English are very high-fi, they're very posh and all. മലയാളത്തിൽ പറയുകയാണെങ്കിൽ ഭയങ്കര ജാടയാണ്, ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് സംസാരിക്കും ഭയങ്കര ജാടയാണ്. Why are you thinking like that? That is a common notion of the society that should be changed. I will definitely say that it should be scrapped. A person speaking in English, it's completely their choice. What if they wanted to improve it? Communication is the only way to improve your language. Grammar can be figured out in that journey, in that English learning journey. The grammar can be definitely figured out at that time, right?
Yes.
Okay, do you have another tip in related to grammar?
You should be very much cautious about the tenses. Like if the question is in the present form, you should answer it in the present tense. Keep a focus on the grammar, which type of grammar is there, whether it is a present tense, past tense, or sometimes you'll get questions like in the future tense. So
Yes.
prepare with that.
Exactly. We have to manage each and every question according to that. Now let's come to the part of idioms and synonyms. Yes. Okay. So, ma'am, idiom. What is an idiom?
Idiom is a group of sentence or words that we used in order to mention the emotions or feelings of a person.
I would say an example. We commonly use an idiom in English to say that it is really easy for me, which is piece of cake.
Cake.
And for saying
If you
that
like
it is,
something, yeah.
yeah, for saying something, for saying that you will not be able to do that, or it is difficult for you, you'll say it's not my
cup of tea.
Okay, so you can use idioms in your speaking. You can use it in your speaking relentlessly. You can use it anytime, but make sure that when you use it correctly. I've heard a person saying piece of tea, combining piece of cake and cup of tea. Okay, don't make that mistake. That is really bad. That is bad to us. Idioms are kind of like a boon for us. Boon means, what does boon mean? It's like an advantage, right? And at certain times, it can turn out to be a bane. Means that it can turn out to be our enemy. So make sure that you use idioms correctly. When you use it, make sure that you use it in your daily speaking, daily communication. Okay. If you use it in your daily communication, you will be having no doubt whether to say that or not. I can personally assure you about that. And if you're a person who wants to get 7+ band in speaking, you can use idioms. You must use idioms. I will never say that it is compulsory. If you want to score more than 7, idioms will be a good option. Telling idioms also will be a good option. Now, coming to synonyms. Many people say that it is hard to avoid repetition. It is a criteria in speaking, which is the lexical resources criteria. We had already discussed about the criteria in the previous live session in the speaking analysis part 1, where we discussed in detail all of it. And in the lexical resources criteria, it is really necessary for us to avoid repetitions. You have to have a lot of synonyms. Okay, so in order to kind of find synonyms, in order to know synonyms, read. You should definitely have a reading habit. Okay, why, man? Why should we have a reading habit? And what are the advantages of having a reading habit?
It will help you in both the modules, like in the writing, reading, listening, as well as in the case of speech.
And kind of like you can find new words by reading. Okay, so read more. Reading never stops. Reading should never stop. Okay. There are many people who used to read in the past, but after the introduction of mobile phones, people kind of diminished it. People reduced people reduced reading books. Okay, and when you're reading, make sure that you read good novels, and make sure that you can get enough synonyms from it. And there are a lot of synonyms available in the internet. If you just type in Google synonyms for IELTS speaking, you'll get around, at least you'll get 1,000 synonyms. So you can also refer that also. Okay. Make sure that you avoid repetition while speaking. It is really important. Once or twice if repetition comes, is it okay?
Yes.
Yes, it is. It is definitely okay if it is the word is repeated once or twice. For example, the word the, the. Can we avoid repeating that? No.
No.
There are certain situations where we cannot avoid repeating that, like numerating devices like a and an. We can never stop repeating that. But the other words, like, do you guys know what is the synonym for feeling very happy? Tell me in the comment box right now. Do you know what is the synonym for feeling very happy? I have one synonym in mind. If you guys have another synonym in mind, please do share it with us. And do you have a synonym in mind for feeling very happy? Yeah, tell me please. Yeah, please. The synonym for feeling very happy. What is it? Okay, what is it?
Yeah, I'm overwhelmed.
Exactly. One synonym is I'm feeling overwhelmed. A synonym that I had in mind was elated. ELATED. I'm feeling elated. Means overbound with joy. And there is an idiom for that too, feeling very happy. I'm over the moon. Okay.
It's on cloud 9 also.
Yes, I was on cloud 9. These are two common idioms used for saying that I'm very happy. Okay, so I guess the idioms, synonym part, grammar part, and problem for finding out problem for finding out topic is clear. And I guess we had another last one. Yeah, time issue. How can we manage time? The main mistake that people make is that, yeah, you're being given a question like this. Question here is describe something important that you lost. Okay, so that is the main topic, and you are asked to prepare this main topic using this guiding questions to speak for 2 minutes. You will be given 1 minute time to prepare. What people basically do is that they write long sentences. Do not do that. There is actually a method for that. I'll kind of show it right now. If you did not understand it, please do let me know so that I can go in detail. That method is called cross method. Okay, you can draw a cross like this. You will be having 4 empty spaces. So what you can basically do is that here we have 4, as I told you, we have 4 guiding questions. Okay, we can have minimum 3 guiding questions and maximum up to 5 guiding questions. So here in this question we have 4 guiding questions. The first guiding question is what it was. Okay, here they are saying that we lost something. Not we, sorry, you. That is the test taker. Test taker lost something and you are being asked to speak about it. Okay, you are being asked what the item you lost was. Okay, so this column we can allot it to write the keyword of that question. So, okay, so what did I lose? I might have lost a pen, I might have lost a watch, I might have lost a wallet, I might have lost my laptop, I might have lost my phone. It can be anything. It can be anything according to your imagination. Just make sure that you have ample points. Okay, so you can write keywords here. I'm writing watch, and then you can kind of write what color it was. You can actually describe the watch. Okay, so that's the first sub question, and then how you lost it. You can write here how you lost it. If I'm saying that I lost it while I was traveling on a train, sorry, I was traveling in a train, sorry, my mistake. You can write it here, train. You just need not write one keyword. You can write a lot of keywords, it's up to you. The only thing is that you have to finish preparation within 1 minute. 1 minute. Okay, so I lost my watch while I was in a train. Now, why it was important to you? Okay, I am saying that my grandfather gifted that watch to me, and I hold it very close to my heart. You can say that. It was a gift from grandpa. It was a gift from my grandpa. Okay. Cool. Now, the last guiding question. How you felt when you lost it. Okay. So here we have a common tendency to kind of say about your emotional attachment to that watch in the third sub question itself. Why it was important to you. You can definitely say, because it's just being directly asked why it was important to you. Okay, do not mention that feeling in the beginning itself. You can kind of partly mention it, and then you can come to the next one, which is how you felt when you lost it. I'm saying that I felt yeah, here also I'm saying that I felt very bad. So here also we can use an idiom. I felt under the weather. I felt under the weather. Okay. Yeah, so I'm writing it here. I felt under, sorry, felt under the okay. So this is a common technique or method that can be used while you're preparing your cue card topic. Okay, I guess you've understood it. Now, you can actually save time if you write like that. You don't need 1 minute to write like that. You're writing keywords, you're writing key points, which will help you to speak for how many minutes, ma'am?
2 minutes.
2 minutes, exactly, which will help you to speak for 2 whole minutes. Now, when you're speaking, do not stop unless and until the examiner asks you to stop. Okay. Now, the examiner won't be asking you verbally to stop. They might show hand signals. They will definitely show hand signals. They might show like this, they might show like this, they might show like this, anything. You have to understand that also. Okay. And when they gesture you to stop, make sure that you finish the sentence you were saying at that particular moment. Never interrupt yourself. Allow yourself to finish it. Never cut off your sentences. And one more thing is, never self-correct yourself. You might be saying one thing and then you realize, oh, what I said was wrong, that particular word I said was wrong. Then you go back again to the correct word, you mess up everything. Don't do that. Okay. Make sure that you do not self-correct yourself. Okay. You should be well prepared. Okay. And many people have a tendency to provide memorized answers. Never do that. Why, ma'am?
That will also lose your bank score.
Because the examiners have a lot of experience conducting speaking tests as well as many other tests. So if you if you provide memorized answers, it will be really bad. Yes. Now, yeah, I guess we've addressed all of the concerns, and I guess we've provided a detailed analysis. Is there something else, ma'am, to say to the students? Let me just say. Yeah, again, ma'am had told about the tenses. When you read the question, identify the tense. It might be in past tense, it might be in present tense, might have to say the answer in future tense. Yes, identify it. Okay, a simple task. Which tense does this question come under? Is it the past tense, is it present tense, or is it future tense? You can type it in the comment box. Repeat. Which tense does this question come under? Is it past tense, is it future tense, or is it present tense? Comment box, come on. I guess someone said past tense. Yes, somebody said past tense, exactly. This question is set in the past. Describe something important that you lost. You've already lost it. You've already lost that thing. You're being asked to speak about it. Okay. And I already mentioned you're being given 4 guiding questions. What it was, how you lost it, why it was important to you, and how you felt when you lost it. Okay. Now, Parvati ma'am will be attempting to speak about this, and I will be analyzing her. Okay, I'll be the examiner, she'll be the student, and we'll be doing this cue card. Have we forgot to say something? Yeah, and after this, we'll be having a doubt clearing session if you guys want it. You can clear your doubts, you can put it in the chat box, and we'll be answering to your queries. Okay, and we'll be having it in the correct format. Just the cue card part, of course, just part 2. We'll be having another live session of part 3 soon, I guess next week, right? We'll be having another live session next week for part 3, and we'll be having a recap also of whatever we have said till now. Okay, So this is the question that I'm going to give Parvati ma'am. I will be giving her 1 minute time to prepare this question. Okay, so ma'am, do you need to see the question? Okay, so that will be your question. You will be given 1 minute time to prepare and 2 minutes time to speak. So 1 minute preparation time starts now. Okay, time's up. Now you may start speaking for 2 whole minutes.
Okay, we all lost something or other in our life. I have also lost many things, and one of the important thing that I lost last year was my first cell phone, which was gifted by my uncle when I completed my secondary education with flying colors, and it was a Poco X2 phone, and I was so obsessed with that. And when I traveled, unfortunately, I lost my phone when I traveled from Trivandrum to Ernakulam by bus. Was there was a rush in the bus, and but I got a seat in the front row, and I took out the phone in order to make it call. But after that, I don't remember whether I put it back or not. When I came down from the bus, I searched for it, but I couldn't find it. With a sinking heart, I came to realize that my phone was left, and immediately after that, I filed a complaint there at the bus station. That was so much important for me because most of the time I used to search through the internet in order to know about the things that I want according to my for my research and other study related purposes. And also most of my friends are living there long distance, so if I want to communicate with them through the social media handlings, I use mobile phone. So it was important, has an important part in my life. And also it contains lots of photos which considers the memories. And if sometimes if I want to wake up early in the morning, I set alarms. And when I lost my phone, I was so much disappointed, and I felt really sad because it was a precious gift that I got from my uncle. And sometimes I also set reminders in that if I want to get organized in my life. So I think that was an important thing that I lost in my life during that travel, and I never forget that travel in my life because it was such a bad experience for me because I lost that phone.
You just took 2 minutes and 2 seconds. That's completely fine. Even if you go up to 5 seconds, 6 seconds, I guess that's fine. But never go under length. Never go under length means like never stop before 2 minutes. Okay, so I kind of asked her to stop. I gestured her to stop, sorry, to stop, and then she stopped. Okay, I guess you're clear on how to deal with this question. And if you guys have any queries, please feel free to chat with us in the chat box. We are here to clear your doubts. Can we give them some time to ask some questions? Okay, we're waiting. Guys, any doubts? Okay, I guess this session was really helpful for you. I hope this session was really helpful for you. If you have any doubts, feel free to reach out to us and we'll be clearing your doubts anytime. Okay, now I guess we can wind this session up. Yeah. A quick reminder, we'll be having a session, live session for part 3 next week. Stay tuned for that. We'll be also having a recap about the entire speaking module. Okay, and we might put out a video of a mock speaking session too. Okay, so yeah, that will be the end of the session. I thank everyone for taking out your time to watch this session. I hope you've understood everything. Thank you guys.